Good morning. I'd like to thank you all for being here today. As you may know, I am San Diego City Council President Sherry Leitner. I'm proud to be here this morning to unveil several student projects that resulted from the Bridges to Education program, a pilot project initiated by my office last year in conjunction with the San Diego Unified School District. I'm joined by Mayor Faulkner and Council Members Sherman and Kate to review these projects. We are also joined by School Board President Mike McQuarrie, Teacher Tim Bingham, city staff from Courage to Call, and a host of others who made this program possible. Before inviting the mayor to speak, I'd like to explain what Bridges to Education is. The Bridges to Education program is an educational initiative in which the city of San Diego actively collaborates with students and teachers to provide students with real-world engineering, architecture, or other civil projects for their assignments. The goal of the program is for students to develop solutions and see potential real-world results, and to get feedback from professionals in a chosen field. The program also provides city employees with the opportunity to mentor and be connected to youth in our community and help foster the next generation of civil leaders, particularly architects and engineers. This year, the students from Stanley E. Foster School of Engineering, Innovation and Design chose to repurpose the vacant former downtown library into a Veterans Service Center. And we are here today to see their final designs. They're behind us over there, the students and the designs. But before we do that, I'll hand it over to Mayor Faulkner.
Thank you. Well, thank you. Well, good morning. And thank you for everybody being here today. And first and foremost, I do want to thank my colleague, Council President Sherry Leitner, for really your steadfast leadership in fostering this creative and innovative project that we're talking about. And Sherry, this is a great example of your leadership. I also want to thank my colleagues, Councilmember Scott Sherman and Chris Kate, who are so supportive of what this represents in terms of getting our youth to collaborate and participate in our city's future, and doing that in an early age. And I think you could see from some of the designs and some that are behind me, they jumped in with an astounding level of energy, an astounding level of talent and commitment to San Diego. And that's what I'm very excited to see. I also want to thank our board president, Mike McQuarrie of San Diego School District, and of course, Tim Bingham, for really helping to mentor these students and talk about community service. This project is all about what can we do and give back to our San Diego community and to our veterans. And I think it represents the best of these young folks behind me. And so I want to thank them for all of their hard work and for their participation, which we're going to be unveiled here in a second. I do want to thank Misty Jones and our entire library team, really helping the students to say, what is the art of the possible? This is a great idea, of course. And so under Misty's leadership, just last year, we launched the Career Online High School program. And that's what this is all about, continuing to how do we use libraries for education and not only places of learning, but places of community services to help San Diegans. Lastly, I definitely want to thank the leadership of Courage to Call. In San Diego, we cherish our veterans community, and we truly appreciate everything that Courage to Call continues to do on a daily basis. But last and certainly not least are the students here at Stanley Foster School of Engineering Design and the Kearney Educational Complex. You're going to see some really talented, great ideas that they put together for one idea on how, of course, to repurpose this library. And for that, we are very grateful. And I want to say to all of you, great job, guys. I am very impressed. This is all about collaboration. It's all about working with our young folks. And it's something that, I talk a lot about. Talked about it in my State of the City speech just a couple of months ago, because we know that when we harness the idea, the innovation of San Diegans, that's how we move our city forward. So congratulations. We're going to hear a few more details here in just a second. Congratulations to all the students who participated in it. If you are any indication of what San Diego's future architects are going to be, I think we are in very good hands in this city. Thank you all very much.
Can you just say yes? Yes? Thank you, Mayor. As the mayor mentioned, these types of civic engagement efforts by the city are vital towards youth education and workforce development. For those of you who don't already know, I'm an engineer, so these types of projects are near and dear to my heart. I promote STEM and STEAM educational initiatives for students because I am focused on closing the job skills gap in San Diego. I strongly encourage young people, and especially women, to consider careers in STEM fields, as these are some of the fastest growing, highest paying careers that will provide for good local jobs for years to come. I want you to know you're to stay in San Diego. You can go anywhere you want for college, but I want you to come back. Do you agree? Yeah. Okay, it's on the record now, they're coming back. Programs such as Bridges to Education provide that opportunity. Students can learn about potential careers and be introduced to a support system that can help them succeed. With the mayor's new educational initiatives, we hope to continue this program into the future and expand it to other schools. A special thanks to Dr. McQuarrie for approaching me last year to suggest collaborating on a program such as this, and the architecture teacher, I apologize, Mr. Bingham, for working so closely with my staff and taking on this project. Thanks to our city department directors and staff for supporting the program. Additionally, thanks to the veterans from Courage to Call, who provided feedback when the students chose to turn the library into a veterans center for this year's project. And last but not least, and probably first but not least, I'd like to thank all the students who wholeheartedly tackled this issue. I had a great time touring the former library with you, and I enjoyed visiting your classroom to witness your enthusiasm for and progress on this project. I know that you will do well. Now I'd like to welcome Councilmember Sherman. Councilmember Sherman?
Yep.
Thank you, and thank you all for being here today. I'm truly impressed by the work that I see behind me here today. And when Council President Leitner asked me to be a part of this press conference, it was kind of a bittersweet thing for me, because being a former Patrick Henry graduate, it was very difficult for me to admit that Kearney did an amazing job in their work down here. But when I saw the work and I saw what they put forth, it was absolutely evident the amazing work that these kids put forth. And, you know, being a son of a sergeant in the 101st Airborne, it became very easy to understand why they chose veterans and veterans homeless issues, and why to swing that direction on what to do with the downtown library. So I'm very impressed. Can't wait to see how this manifests itself going forward. There's a lot of things still to happen, but looking forward to seeing which one comes and where you all end up. I'm very impressed by all these young kids behind us here. And then what I'd like to do now is turn it over to Councilmember Kate, because if you look at our districts, Kearney kind of splits right there in the middle. You can jump from one side of the school to the other and be in different council districts. So, Councilmember Kate.
Thank you, Councilmember Sherman, and thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council President Leitner, and really want to thank Council President Leitner and President McQuarrie for your leadership and putting forward what's a fantastic program for the city to be involved with. I know that it's just the start of a great relationship in trying to foster this type of innovation and skill set with our youth, and how we can team up our city mentors, our city staff as mentors to these students, and what they can provide for city services moving into the future. And it's just seeing the work that's been done, and as evident behind us and their designs. This is not what I was doing when I was a junior in high school. And it's just really, really impressive to see the type of work that they're putting into this, and the skills that they're developing and the talent that they have, that hopefully we can foster and continue to promote to them so they can come back after college and have those jobs of the future here in San Diego. So I can't thank them enough for what they're doing and what they'll continue to be doing here in the future. And then obviously to Courage to Call and our veterans, as the mayor mentioned, other council members alike mentioned, they're a heart here in San Diego, and to have that partnership between them and our youth and educate them about the types of services and needs that are going to be helpful to our veterans moving forward, I think it inspires these students and all students in San Diego to really try to look at how we give back to the city, making sure that we're doing what we should be doing to honor our veterans here in San Diego, and just keeps up that spirit of a military town. So it's really, really an honor to be part of this. I look forward to hopefully continue this project and this program moving forward beyond just this 1 year as well, too. So now my pleasure to introduce President McQuarrie to talk about this district.
It's a thrill for me to participate in this press conference, to talk about schools, talk about why we're here, how we got here, and where we want to go. The public in San Diego wants quality schools in quality neighborhoods. We know if we get quality neighborhoods by working with partnerships with our city. And that's why this project and this partnership is so important, and that's why I was looking forward to and was pleased to hear Mayor Faulkner's comments at the State of the City, talking about partnerships between schools and the city that can make a difference. Our public also wants our students to do well. We want them to graduate. We want them to graduate with skills that prepare them for college, careers, and civic engagement. In order to get that, we need collaboration with our community partners, with our community members, with our city, with our county. This is an example of an outstanding partnership with the school and the city. It started with an idea and a conversation I was having with an engineering student at Kearney who wanted to know how we could work on real-world problems and solve problems that would benefit the people in San Diego. A while later, I met with President Sherry Leitner, and we talked about how we could make that happen. I connected her with the staff. She connected me with hers. I connected them with our staff. She connected me with their staff. We connected the school with the city. The outcome was the Bridges to Education. It's the beginning of a program. This is the first product, the outcome. We're excited about that, and we're excited about future projects. And Congressman Sherman, you have a great program at Henry. They just unveiled an aquaponics garden where they reduced the use of water by 90%, and so we'd like to look towards them for a future project.
Stay tuned for the arts theater too.
So we have a number of credible ideas. This is the first of many, and to give us a little more rounded overview of what this project entailed, I'd like to introduce Emily Leibenberg, who is one of the lead instructors for this project.
Good morning. I teach American literature at Kearney's Engineering, Innovation, and Design. And this project is really all about collaboration from the start to the finish. During summer, Mr. Bingham and myself and Mr. Bloss, our history teacher, the three of us started working on this project and started looking at our standards-based education and how can we create a linked learning experience for these kids that is going to be standards-based so they get all of the rigorous academic education that they need to be college prepared, as well as a career-based opportunity where they learn the actual programs like Revit that architects actually use, that they use in college and professionally, as well as a community outreach. And we had this opportunity with all of the connections and collaborations that we had with the city, and it became this beautiful, enormous project, and we're so proud of the things that the students have accomplished, because they had to take all of their academic learning from history and my class in American Lit and apply them to their designs, because if they didn't know what they were designing and really be informed about their actual audience, our veterans, then they wouldn't have been able to create the amazing things that they did. And again, collaboration with our veterans who came from day one. They came to the school to inspire our students and told us, here's what we're missing in San Diego. Here's what you guys can do and you guys can help us with. And those things are shown in their designs. We had collaboration from the city as well, again, as our veterans when they actually came to our school and looked at the students' rough drafts. And they saw what the students had created at that point, where they could go from there, what they could add, what they could get rid of, all of those kinds of things. And it kept them moving to the next stage. So I thank everybody here for the amazing work. And because of everyone's input, these guys were able to do what they were able to do. And I'm so proud of them for applying all that they learned in all of our classes and creating these beautiful things. So thank you all for being here. We appreciate it.